Welcome, digital warriors. I'm Rico, and this is your no-nonsense guide to amping up your cybersecurity game. We're talking about practical steps, no technical jargon, just pure, actionable advice to keep you safe in the digital world. We're living in a world where cyber threats are more common than ever. Think about it. Ransomware attacks alone skyrocketed by 150% in Southeast Asia just last year. That's insane. That means businesses, freelancers, even everyday internet users like you and me are all potential targets. But don't stress, that's why we're here. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with 5 powerful, easy-to-implement steps to lock down your digital life. So grab your coffee, hit that subscribe button to join the squad, and let's dive into the world of cybersecurity. Alright, before we jump into the solutions, let's get real for a second. We need to understand the enemy, right? And in the cyber world, the enemies are things like phishing attacks, malware, data breaches, and social engineering scams. Let's break it down. Phishing is like that suspicious email that looks like it's from your bank, but it's actually trying to steal your login details. Malware? Think of it as a virus for your computer, sneaking in and causing all sorts of chaos. Data breaches are a whole other level. It's when hackers break into big companies or organizations and steal massive amounts of data, including potentially yours. And then there's social engineering, which is basically hackers using clever psychological tricks to manipulate you into giving them what they want. Sounds scary, right? But here's the thing. Knowledge is power. Once you understand these threats, you can start to protect yourself. And that's what the next 4 steps are all about, giving you the tools to fight back. We're going to arm you with the knowledge to spot these threats from a mile away. We'll talk about how to create passwords that are Fort Knox level secure, how to dodge those phishing scams like a pro, and why keeping your software updated is like having a digital security guard on duty 24/7. And lastly, we'll dive into the importance of encrypting and backing up your data. Because trust me, you don't want to be caught off guard if ransomware comes knocking. Think of it as having an insurance policy for your digital life. So, are you ready to become your own cybersecurity hero? Stick with me and let's fortify your digital fortress. Okay, let's talk passwords. I know, it's like the least exciting part of being online, but trust me, this is crucial. Using weak passwords like 123456 or password is like leaving your front door wide open with a neon sign that says, "Come on in, hackers!" Seriously, your passwords are the first line of defense against the bad guys, so we need to make them strong. And by strong, I mean at least 12 characters long, with a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Think of it like this. The more complex your password, the harder it is to crack. But here's the thing, remembering a dozen different complicated passwords is a recipe for a major headache. That's where password managers come in. These are lifesavers, people. They generate super strong passwords for you and store them securely so you don't have to remember them all. Some popular options are Bitwarden and LastPass, both great choices. They even have free versions, so there's really no excuse not to use one. And while we're on the topic of passwords, let's talk about two-factor authentication, or 2FA for short. This is like adding an extra layer of security to your accounts. Even if someone gets hold of your password, they still can't get in without that second factor, which is usually a code sent to your phone or email. It's like having a bodyguard for your accounts. Most online services offer 2FA these days, so make sure you enable it everywhere you can. It takes an extra minute or 2 to set up, but it could save you a world of trouble down the line. Remember, a strong password and 2FA are like the dynamic duo of online security. Don't underestimate their power. Chapter 3. Outsmarting phishing attacks. Let's talk about phishing scams. These are tricky because they prey on our trust and can be surprisingly convincing. We've all seen those emails that look like they're from a legitimate company, asking us to update our account information or click on a link. But here's the thing, hackers are getting more sophisticated. They're not just using emails anymore. They're sliding into your DMs on Instagram, sending you text messages, even calling you directly. So how do you protect yourself? The golden rule is simple. Don't click on suspicious links. If you get an email, text, or message asking for personal or financial information, stop and think before you click anything. Here's a real-life example. In 2022, a ton of companies in Indonesia got hit with a phishing attack that used fake Google Docs links. Employees clicked on the links, thinking they were legitimate, and boom, their company's data was compromised. Always, and I mean always, verify links directly with the source. If you get an email that seems even slightly off, go directly to the company's website or call their customer service to confirm. Don't click on any links in the email itself. And remember, reputable companies will never ask for sensitive information like your passwords or one-time passwords through email or text messages. If you get a request like that, it's a huge red flag. Report it immediately. Staying vigilant and thinking before you click can save you from falling victim to these scams. Chapter 4. Update or face the consequences. Alright, this next step might sound super basic, but you wouldn't believe how many people skip it. Keeping your software up to date. I'm talking about your operating system, your web browsers, your apps, everything. Look, I get it. Those update notifications can be annoying, but they're there for a reason. You see, hackers are always looking for vulnerabilities in software, those little cracks in the system that they can exploit to gain access to your devices. Software updates often include security patches that fix these vulnerabilities. Think of it like this. Your phone or computer is like a castle, and those updates are like reinforcing the walls and strengthening the gates. Now, you could manually update everything yourself, but let's be real, who has time for that? That's why the best thing you can do is enable automatic updates whenever possible. This way, your devices will automatically download and install the latest security patches in the background, no effort required from you. It's like having a personal security team working around the clock to keep your digital fortress secure. So do yourself a favor and turn on those automatic updates. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 5. The Backup Plan. Encrypt and Protect. We're at the final level, guys, and this one's all about protecting your data. Think about it, your photos, your documents, your financial information, it's all valuable, not just to you but to hackers too. Ransomware attacks are on the rise, and these guys are ruthless. They lock you out of your own files and demand a ransom to give you back access. But don't worry, we're going to make sure you're prepared. The first line of defense is encryption. It's like putting your data in a vault that only you have the key to. If anyone tries to access your files without the encryption key, they'll just see a jumbled mess. The good news is that both Windows and Mac have built-in encryption tools. For Windows, it's called BitLocker, and for Mac, it's FileVault. They're both easy to use and provide a solid layer of protection for your data. But encryption is just one part of the equation. The other crucial step is backing up your data regularly. This means creating copies of your important files and storing them separately from your computer. You can back up to an external hard drive, or even better, to the cloud. Cloud services like Google Drive, Dropbox, or iCloud are super convenient and offer an extra layer of security. That way, even if your computer crashes or gets hit with ransomware, you'll still have access to your files. Remember, backing up your data is like having an insurance policy for your digital life. You might not need it every day, but when you do need it, you'll be glad you have it. And there you have it, 5 powerful steps to boost your cybersecurity. Remember, it's not about being 100% safe. That's nearly impossible in the digital world. It's about being prepared, being aware, and staying one step ahead. If you found these tips helpful, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future cybersecurity tips and tricks. And hey, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm always down to help out a fellow digital warrior. Until next time, stay safe, stay paranoid. And remember, in the world of cybersecurity, the best defense is a good defense.